Hello there everybody, welcome back to the channel. Dodgy Gamer here, bringing you episode 2 of our new series, Postcards from Comoros. Before we begin, a big thank you to everyone for the interest in the first video. We reached almost 100 views in like the first day and a half, which is really fantastic. Best performing video on FM21 so far. Remember, this is your one-stop shop for international management content on FM21, so if that's your kind of thing, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. And even if that's not your kind of thing, well, stick around, watch the video, and maybe it will be by the end as we take Comoros to the COSAFA Cup. Yes, that's right, the COSAFA Cup. COSAFA Cup, Comoros, what? Where am I talking about? Well, let me bring you up to speed. First of all, I suggest you check out episode 1 if you haven't done so already. You might also want to check out my guides to international management and my international management competitions collection, which are all related to this video. So I've created some competitions in the FM editor. I've shared them on Steam. The link for that is down in the description. These are real-life international competitions, some regional tournaments from around the world which aren't in the base game. And one of those is the COSAFA Cup, the Confederation of Southern African Football Associations tournament. Comoros is a group of islands in the Indian Ocean. They are part of that confederation, and today we have our first game. We're just going to play through the group stage today. So we're in this preliminary round group stage. We've got to top the group to advance. We're in a group with Eswatini, Malawi, Botswana. I mean, come on, where else in the world of Football Manager content creation are you going to find somebody doing the Comoros Islands at the COSAFA Cup against Eswatini? This is why you should hit that like and subscribe button straight away. Just the one match to fill you in on since our glorious qualification for the African Cup of Nations. We had a friendly against Tanzania, a home match. Nasser Shamed Ben got the goals as we trotted out 2-0 winners. Our squad for the COSAFA Cup is pretty much the first choice squad that we wanted. All the main players. Bacharu is here. Ben is here. Selemani is here. If you don't know these names yet, you will know them by the end of this series. Anyway, into the match against Eswatini. We're lining up with the 4-2-3-1. Like I said last time, this just offers us the best options. Mogni is maybe a new player that you won't have seen before. He was drafted into the squad actually after an injury to one of my midfielders, so that's why Changama has dropped back into a central midfield role and he's coming in. But the shape's very familiar. The names are not familiar at all, but, you know, we'll get through it. We'll get through it. We're up against Eswatini. We're looking for a big win to kick things off in the right way. One thing I've noticed about Eswatini when I've looked through their squad, their star player is 40 years old, which is just like, what? Most of their players play in the Eswatini League. Okay, that team talk didn't work. Most of the players are in the Eswatini League. A couple in the South African League. They're only about 10 paces below us in the world rankings, but, well, especially if we're going to score goals like that, I fully expect to be winning this game. So yeah, we had the throw in, flick on, tap in despite 2 defenders and a goalkeeper. Minnow football, Minnow international football, that's what it's all about. Okay, could there be something coming for us from this? The long goal kick just falls straight to our left back, and he's gone charging down, but we played it back into the middle. But Mogni, nice overlap from Al-Hadur. Come on, boys, we can get something here. I sense it. I sense something's coming here. Shamed into Mogni. Ooh, outside of the post. Should also mention, as we run through the mid part of this first half, big thank you to Demand More FM, who did a live stream on Twitch this weekend of the Wafu Nations Cup with Nigeria. He won the tournament, so well done him, and thank you for showcasing our work here. Custard Profits also got a Wafu Nation series underway with Ivory Coast, so make sure you check both of those guys out if you haven't done so already. As Ben gets his second of the night, our second of the game. Oh, things are looking rosy at the moment. That was a nice little knockback by Ben. Mogny, great stuff. Late arrival in the squad. Wasn't picked in the original 23, but he's been instrumental in this game already. And we're getting another highlight straight from the kickoff. Come on, don't let this be Eswatini getting themselves back into it. We need this to be Comoros dominance. We'll show those mainland boys what we're all about on the islands. Shongwe. Shongs it into the back of the nets. I do feel like I'm developing a little bit of a reputation by myself for speaking too soon when it comes to Football Manager 2021 content. Well, I'm not going to speak too soon here. It looks like Eswatini are going to launch an attack from this goal kick. I don't think we'll be able to counter it. Let's see if reverse psychology works on FM21. I spoke too soon. Now I've reversed psychologized myself. Right, come on, let's see. We've got to get a grip on this. I'm going to demand more from the team because I think we went 2-0 up and we got a little bit cocky. But here comes Ben all the way through. Oof. Well, we've dominated. Only 2-1 though. I worry about that. They scored from their one shot. We just need to do a better job of hitting the target. So we'll tell the team that there's room for improvement. Why are they demotivated so easily? There's one thing with international management. I think I just haven't had enough time with the players yet to build up that relationship. You know, sometimes when you take over a new club, it takes a while. It takes 10 games or so to get them to respond to your team talks in a positive way. We just haven't had that here yet. We've only had a handful of games. Anyway, Changama whips it in. Nearly. We've got to convert one of these chances soon. I'll feel much more comfortable if we got that 2-goal cushion. But here we go with another corner out to Ben. There we go. That's the cushion I was talking about. Ben gets his hat-trick. And I get my 2-goal gap restored. We can breathe a little easier, but not complacently. We need to make sure that we stay focused. Right, here we go. Another chance here and another goal. Zahari. We're working those set pieces nicely. Changama with the in-swinger. Nice stuff. That kind of came out of nowhere. No build to it, but Zahari was pretty much unmarked despite the crowd of players around him. 4-1. We breathe again. Right, but just waiting on a couple of substitutions. It looks like we're going to have a highlight running through here as Eswatini come looking for their second goal. And decent effort. Ahamada catches. Yes, so we've got a couple of changes coming in. Abdullah and Bakari coming on. Just swapping out tired legs. One thing about the way this tournament works, and this is following the real-life schedule. I looked this up. We nearly get the 5th goal. I looked this up when I was creating the competition. They do play in this group stage every other day. So there'll be a 1-day break and then a match. So we're going to play 3 games in 5 days. So some rotation is going to be necessary. By the time we get to the quarterfinal, if we get to the quarterfinal, we're going to be knackered. And the teams that we're playing against are going to be fresh, entering the tournament for the first time. But, that's the life of one of the bottom-ranked nations in the world as we look to add number 5 here. Let's see if we can do it. We've got some nice build-up play. We're stroking the ball around. Mogny, I feel his plays deserved a goal, but, he's selflessly playing in others. Ben hits the post. Bakari probably should have done better with the follow-up. Okay, here we go. Throw in a dangerous position. We can work something from here. Eswatini, I think, have given up by this point. Let's see. If we make it 5 now, then, that's it. That's all we need. Anyway, again, we're keeping the ball nicely. We've got a nice pass and move system going here. And it comes out to Bakari. The header goes just wide. Now for the goal kick. Highlight continues. We win it straight back. It does happen a lot at this low level of football. I find you just win the ball off goal kicks all the time. Again, we hit the post. How many times now in this game? I'm sure they'll mention it in the press conference afterwards. But it's been a fair few. Okay, final chance here. Penalty. Yeah, we had a player heels clipped on the edge of the box. Ben's going to take this one. So he's looking for his 4th goal of the evening. Obviously got his eyes on that top scorer prize. He puts it away. 5-1, another huge win for Comoros. What a start to the group. 32 shots, 10 on target. Actually, according to the XG, we should have scored one more. On to match day 2 then. Looking at the lineup, we've just made the one change. We've brought in Ali Mohammed at right back. I'm impressed here. In past FMs, international tournaments, players would lose their conditioning very quickly, especially in these regionalised tournaments where it's just a one-day gap between fixtures. This time, though, that hasn't happened. They all look pretty fresh, so we're going with the strongest team. So we're playing Malawi, who I think Botswana were the weakest team in the group in terms of world rankings. Malawi, though, again, they're ranked below us. Again, much like Eswatini, lots of old players in their team, lots of players from their domestic league, couple of players from the South African league. So I think with all our players in Europe, in various places, we've got players in Serbia, in France, in England. I think that experience is going to tell. Right, first highlight then, 10 minutes in, and it's us with the ball, which is a good start. Let's have a look what we can do here. Solihi is building from the back. I do like how we're playing nice and patiently here. It's very good to see. Ben, oh, look at that. Ben, 5th goal of the tournament, and we're only 10 minutes into game 2. Now, Malawi and Botswana drew in the first match in their group. So, I mentioned speaking too soon in the previous match, and I'm avoiding it here until the threat of that attack is over. But if we win today and Botswana don't, that could see us through to the next round with a game to spare. Right, Malawi looking for something there, but it breaks down. It falls to Selemani, who we've seen him go on a mazy run and score a great goal before, but this time he plays it back. We have the shot blocked. Shamed goes down. There's no penalty given, no penalty shout even. Come on, referee. Anyway, oh, that's gone in from Ben. Oh, fantastic stuff. That puts us in a very strong position going into the half-time break. Let's have a closer look at that one. Botswana have gone a goal up in their match, so we might not be able to settle this today, but just gets the flick on header. Simple. So we're definitely happy with the way things are going. That's the one team talk I can give that motivates them when we're winning at half-time. So, we'll use it. We'll use the chance to build up that relationship with the players and get the reactions from them. Okay, here come Malawi looking to get back in this game, but we're looking for that break, looking for that third goal, which would put things almost beyond doubt. But it looks like Malawi are going to complete an attack this time and get a shot off. No, they don't. Chang Mama dropped deep, plays in Ben. Ben's got people with him if he needs them. He doesn't. It's another hat-trick for Ben. Wow, 7 goals already. Wow, he is definitely one to watch. Botswana now 2-0 up, so it looks like that final game is going to be crucial. We're going to go into that needing points, needing a draw to make sure we secure top spot and go through. But on this form, you'd have to make us favourites. So with that in mind, we're going to make some substitutions. I mean, nobody's standing out as having had their fitness level dropped significantly. But we'll just make a couple of random substitutions pretty much. So we're going to bring on Burhane and we'll take off Salamani as he's on a yellow as well. Get them straight out there. They don't need a team talk. Right, here we go. Chance to make it 4-0 and we take it. Soilihi gets the 4th goal. Again, a nicely worked set piece. One of the defenders coming up to nod in the goal. That's the kind of stuff that's, I would say, straight off the training ground, if there was any training in international management. So we got the win, a nice walk in the park, 4-0. That puts us clearly on the top of the table. All the boys are feeling good about it. Botswana got the win in their game, so now straight ahead to that 3rd match. Can we get the point that will send us through to the quarterfinals? Okay, brief interruption before we get to that game. What the hell? Andre Villas Boas. But he came to watch his own player, he said to the Marseille board, can you just send me right down to the southern hemisphere, right down to the southern tip of Africa, so I can just check on one of our players, make sure he's turning in performances in the COSAFA Cup. Well, I made the tournament for FM, so I'll personally take that as a compliment. Thanks, Andre. So from something not very realistic to something, a nice touch, a quite nice realistic touch here. The usual message that you've seen a million times before about braced for low turnout, but look, it says, a low turnout expected as many supporters struggle to attend the neutral venue. So, of course, I'm sure for the COSAFA Cup, when you get Comoros, Botswana, you don't get that many supporters from either nation attending. All right, then, into that final game. We're pretty much unchanged. Again, the conditioning is holding out nice and strong. So let's get out there and get this point we need against the Botswanans. Again, I checked the Botswanan team before the game. It's a very similar story to our opponents. Oh, by the way, I did when I set this game up. As you will see if you go back to one of my Guide to International Management videos, I did load all the players from the Southern African region, all the international players, so they're not just greyed out squads. We had a look at the Botswana team, so most of the teams in domestic league, a couple in South Africa, but overall there's no one who jumps out there as a big star. They don't have a player who's, playing for Marseille or Nottingham Forest or Red Star Belgrade or FC Dallas, or these players worth £2 or £3 million. We do. It's just a matter of making sure they perform on the day. All right, not much action up to this point. First highlight we're getting around the halfway point here in this first half. And it is us picking up that long, deep goal kick again. Seleman, he got clever. He went right down to the byline. He pulled inside a bit. But a wayward shot. Well, so far it's been all Comoros, but we've got Botswana here looking to take a shock lead. Of course, that would rattle our cage if they took the lead. That would put them in pole position in the group. But just like that, we break. And Ben slots it in again. Who else would it be? Ben. Is that 8 goals now? 8 goals in this tournament? Can he get into, another hat-trick today? Well, if he keeps playing like this, why not? Shamed now whips one in. Oh, we've scored those in the previous games. But we still got a chance here. Shamed from a similar position to the free kick. But he plays back to Solihi and he's got the chance to knock it into the box. He's a centre-back. I don't know what he's doing out on the wing. But anyway, Selemani is offside. Oh, would have been nice to have two goals on the board. But not to be. We'll take the 1-0. We're happy with that. We only need a point in this game, remember. So no need to run ourselves into the ground or anything like that. We'll just tell the boys that we're happy with the performance, get them out there for that second half to finish the job. Okay, our corner this time, it's whipped in, half cleared, and Botswana looking for that break now. We've got to watch ourselves here right after half time. This is the point where they will have been fired up by their manager, no doubt. Anyway, they give it away with the long ball. We give it back to them. Let's see where this leads. I'm hoping it turns into a Comoron. I think that's the nationality word, Comoron counter-attack. But it looks like Botswana are going to get a shot off here. Talane is... Oh, good. I thought he was worried for a second there. That looked like the kind of situation where somebody might end up going down for a penalty. Then Mabaya with an absolute wonder strike from about 30 yards out. Now we've got to watch out. If this is going to be Botswana in this second half, we've definitely got to watch out. Oh, Botswana on the attack again, but we've calmly won the ball back. Now we're going to build from the back. Nice play through the middle, getting it out to the flank to Selemani. He cuts inside. Is he going to lay it off? Yes, and Mchangama whacks it in. Wow, that's our answer to their wonder goal, an absolute screecher of our own. Selemani with the great run. The defence just backed off a bit too much. He was able to pick out his teammate. Mchangama charged forward just at the right time. Great goal. We're 2-1 up. We're back in control. Right, looking for a couple of changes then. So Changamat will bring him up a bit, seeing as he seems to like rifling them in. We'll bring on Rafidine Abdullah as well. And are we going to make another change for now? We'll bring on this guy, Yusuf, right back, just for a bit of a change. Give that team talk. All right, into the final few minutes. Botswana looking to get back into this, but I don't think it's going to happen for them now. Ben has another shot, but yeah, we're 2-1 up. We only need a draw, of course, to guarantee our passage into the quarterfinal round. There you go, we've done it. 3 wins out of 3. That was the toughest game of the 3 that we've had, we have to admit, but it's still good stuff. Now we just need to find out who we're playing in the quarterfinal. So there you go, Comoros have qualified for the quarterfinal. Of course, there are 2 groups, I'll show you both. So on the other side of the draw, Angola it was who went through. Similar record to ours, 3 wins out of 3, 11 goals scored as well. They only conceded 1, however. And our quarter-final opponents will be Zimbabwe. Wow, that's going to be a good game. 104th in the world. So let's have a look. Our ranking now, sorry, I did see that. We got a news item about it earlier. Let me just find it. There we go. We're now ranked 126th in the world. So 22 place difference. But we could pull off a surprise. Let's have a look at the Zimbabwe squad before we wrap this episode up. So I just love the fact straight away, first off, that there's a team in Zimbabwe called Chicken Inn. Absolutely fantastic. But I think most of these players play in Zimbabwe. There's no one here with a jump out value. There's no one here playing in Europe by the looks of things. So much like our games that we've had already, I think there's a decent chance that we could pull off a surprise. So there you go. That's the group stage. 3 wins out of 3. Ben, the star of the show. Let me know down in the comments what you think about our chances of progress. We're going to do the quarterfinal in the next episode. In fact, the next episode, it'll just be however far we go. Hopefully, more than just the quarterfinal. We'll wait and see. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Please hit that like button if you've enjoyed today's episode. Again, thank you for the support on episode 1. Really fantastic to see the interest in the new series. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I'm Dodgy Gamer, your international management Don, as I've been called. And I'll see you again soon.